Emergency Dispatch 2, Emergency Medic 3, return to the city for coverage. Medic 3, return to the city for coverage.
We sit here, we take incoming calls either from the Genesee County Sheriffs, or we get phone calls from any one of the police or fire agencies that we work with. And in the 8 Western New York counties, there's Pennsylvania. They have gone to Canada, not recently, but they have. They'll call us, we make sure that the conditions are conducive to fly. And once we do a check, the pilots do a check, and if they both confirm that it's clear to fly, they, approximately 10 minutes or less, they get the helicopter up and running in the air. It's a little different because there's a lot different information we have to get here about how many people are going to fly in a helicopter, weight, what kind of hookups, all the equipment weighs a certain amount, and you have to prepare to make sure the helicopter can handle everything and has the room to handle everything, especially if there's a lot of monitors or there might be a baby involved with all that other equipment that they need to work with the kids. Lots of times they get rerouted for weather, especially this time of the year. They may be flying from Bradford or Springville up here and you get a snow squall and they're going to have to divert. They may have to land at ECMC, or maybe they can't because there's another helicopter there. You have to go to an alternate site. Arrange for an ambulance to come pick them up and get them back to where they're going.
I'm Skip Yonke. I'm the Buffalo crew chief at Mercy Flight, also serve as a flight paramedic here. I've been with the organization since 1991 when I started as a part-time flight paramedic, and in 1995 was asked to come on full-time and have been here full-time ever since that day. Because I'm a little bit older and have been here for almost 25 years, I always thought to myself that I'm not going to be able to do this forever, so what I did is a number of years ago I started to collect myself a little scrapbook, and over the years I've accumulated a lot of different articles and a lot of different pictures and things of scene calls and letters that I've gotten from past patients and things that I've done, just so I would have a collection to look back on when I'm no longer able to do this anymore. So this book has some of the old patches that I've collected over the years. We've obviously been in a number of different types of uniforms over the years. My very first flight is on this page right here, and it was back in 1982 when I started flying on the airplanes. I started flying on the airplanes, and then because my wife thought it was a little bit too dangerous to fly on the helicopters, didn't fly on the helicopters until 1991. And a number of the very more memorable calls are in here in this book, such as one here from East Aurora. We had a real bad wreck in East Aurora. There's another page in here where we actually had a bus versus tractor trailer motor vehicle accident on the 290, I believe it was out towards Rochester. And a number of people were killed and there were a number of people that were severely injured, and we actually flew 4 patients with 4 separate helicopters from 2 different agencies on that date. Over the years, I've also been very active as the crew chief and as a flight paramedic in some of the fundraisers that we've done here at Mercy Flight. And some of those fundraising events have even included some of my past patients.
My name is Laura Klatt, and I am a ground and flight paramedic for Mercy Flight. You use the air when you need speed. Okay, so when it's something where, you go, our slogan, you'll see it over there, it says when minutes matter, that's when you need the air. So if it's something like trauma patients where minutes truly do matter whether or not they're going to survive or not, stroke patients, cardiac patients, those are the ones that are really good for the air. There's just so much noise and so much distraction. There's a lot more safety issues when it comes to the air side with making sure the doors are closed, making sure nobody goes near one of the rotors. You don't want them going through the rotors, 'cause then it's a whole nother issue. But there's just a lot more safety issues, and you gotta be a lot more conscientious of things. So you have to be more confident in your ability to take care of a patient to be able to handle all that other stuff. And you have to be able to multitask. And you're gonna be on 2 or 3 different radios, a satellite phone, and talking to your partner, the pilot, and the patient all at the same time. You gotta be able to do it. Okay. You do this for the job, you do this for the love of the job, not for the money. You don't. definitely a whole different mindset to be able to work this job. So.
Our typical day here at Mercy Flight is a 12-hour shift, and we start out here at this base at 7 a.m. and go till 7 p.m. While I'm here, the most important things for me to do is at the start of my shift, I start and do a full aircraft inspection on all of the medical gear, typically making sure that all the gear is present and accounted for and that all the gear is working, such as the monitors, defibrillators, ventilators, and IV pumps. Again, we have the very best of equipment and very best and highly trained staff here at Mercy Flight to take care of all of these patients.